2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, great to be with you guys. Now this group will be one to watch today. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. We have a rookie on tour who has set very specific goals for themselves, and their first one is to beat their playing partner this week.
Love it, Henny. This will make for an extra layer of excitement. It always adds a bit more drama to an event when we can follow a competition within a competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tournament.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here. This is their look at birdie.
That was a gallant attempt.
Just a short putt remaining here.
He's in a share of 5th position. An early test comes at the North Course here at the 2nd hole.
Well, what they give you on the first hole, they certainly take away on the second. Almost 500 yards, this dogleg from right to left. No fairway bunkers out there, but still it offers a lot of challenges. Canyon to the left, heavy rough out to the right. Once you find the fairway, however, you have a green that sits slightly above you. This is a strong par 4.
Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the 2nd.
Looking at the scoreboard, they currently sit in 2nd place, behind John Rahm.
One of the great features of the North and South courses here at Torrey Pines, they mirror each other alongside the Pacific coast, and this 3rd hole is very similar, a downhill par 3.
The good news about this is that green pitches from back to front, but still it doesn't make it that much easier at some 240 yards.
And there it goes from the sand. This would be a great up and down. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Let's see if we can make this and keep the par on the card.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And that finds him in a share of 2nd. Rich, take us through the 4th hole at Torrey Pines North.
Again, this is another redesign where they've moved the fairway closer to the canyon on the left-hand side. You want to aim away from that, avoid the rough on the right-hand side, and from there, you have an opening to a green with bunkers both front left and over on the right-hand side. Not a simple, straightforward hole, but not as difficult as it once was, to be fair.
You like that, didn't you?
And this putt to move into a share of 1st place.
Looking really good.
Ouch, that hurts. This is a par putt. And down it goes.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Just didn't drop. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 5th at Torrey Pines North is a par 5, but not a long one.
It's not, but the challenges here are actually finding the fairway. The fairways are very narrow, and it does slope from left to right if it does land in the fairway. From there, though, the 2nd shot back uphill ever so slightly to, once again, a multi-tiered green. You find the fairway, and certainly you're thinking birdie at worst.
Top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Step aside, everyone else. Now number 1. Now leading by 1 shot. Reached the 6th hole. It looks straight away, but is it?
Yes, it is, Luke. It's straight away, fairway pitches from right to left ever so slightly. Got to avoid that bunker down the left-hand side, but still, it's a straightforward, not too much to it kind of golf hole. Players should definitely be thinking birdie here.
That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Just 10 feet to the cup here.
Solid little par putt here.
And there it is. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Birdied their last hole.
And from the bunker here. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. One of the wonderful short par fours at Torrey Pines North is the 7th hole, measuring just over 320 yards, Rich. These days, the big hitters are driving the green.
Easily, in fact. Years ago, you always kind of figured you'd lay up because the green was so diabolical. Now, everybody takes out the big stick and just tries to drive it on. There is still a lot of movement in this green, but once again, there's just not much to it. You got to be thinking birdie when you stand on this tee box.
Ooh. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. He's currently in the 2nd position. The number of elevated par 3s at Torrey Pines, the 8th, no different.
Yeah, this one plays straight downhill, but 215 yards from the back tee. They've expanded this green over the years, so a little bit more of a reprieve than it was in years gone by, but still a very difficult par 3.
And he needs this to save par. Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That'll be a good result. I know it didn't go down, but it just a tap in awaits.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The 9th and 18th holes here at Torrey Pines are par 5s that almost mirror each other, but they're both birdie holes, Rich.
Absolutely. Just avoid the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and try your best to keep it out of the rough down the right. But even so, you find the rough, you still are going to be able to try and get it home there in 2. There's a narrow opening just in front of this green, in front of those 2 bunkers there. You find the green, you're going to have a decent look at eagle, but still, you need to take advantage of this short par 5 and make birdie at worst.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
Well, here we have it, Rich. This player's tied for the lead with the back 9 to play.
Yeah, you always want to be up or in the lead going in the final 9 holes. That's what they practice for. That's what they want to be. They want to be in this position. Let's see how it all plays out.
That's some good golf right there. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard. The 11th is a short par 4, Rich. How do you like to play it?
There's no laying up in golf anymore, Luke. I think as we've come to find on the PGA Tour, you just take out the driver and you hit it as far as you can up there. That's what most players should be doing here. Don't bring that fairway bunker into the equation. Take out the driver, drive it over it, and you just got a flip sandwich for your second shot. Pretty simple.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
That's frustrating. It's just about 3 feet away. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The 12 here plays over the big canyon, Rich. The par 3, it is spectacular.
It is. They've lengthened this hole by quite a bit. Now 205 yards on the scorecard. Still's got a decent amount of movement on this green. The place to miss it, however, was over on the right-hand side. Don't get greedy and try and take it on when the pin is front left or even back left. Nothing good can happen if you miss it left.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. Oh, that's too bad.
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably comes up short.
Now 2 shots up after that one. (13) is a mid-sized par 4, over 450 yards these days.
Just the fairway bunker down the right-hand side, look, but there is a little bit more room left than what players can see from the tee box. From there, the second shot is to a green that's elevated that tilts from back to front and left to right.
A tad wayward, but still on the surface. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. Bugger, a bogey. At -2, going along nicely today. Let's take a look at the 14th hole, Rich, and again, it's sort of ball in play off the tee, isn't it?
Most players were trying to hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway as the fairway pitches from right to left. But what happens is there's some large eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side that could capture the golf balls. So players must be mindful of that. Second shot down the hill, pretty basic, not much to this green. A nice, solid, fun hole.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The 15th is one of the signature holes on this property, the par 3, 200 yards.
It plays straight downhill and probably 2 clubs different than what the yardage suggests. Getting the distance spot on is nearly impossible here. However, don't get greedy and try to hit in there close. Anything that goes over this green and long, you're bringing a big number into play.
Yes, hold it.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Was on a good line. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
Yeah, with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
16 looks to be a fun hole, Rich, but it's not that easy, is it?
No fairway bunkers on this hole, Luke. Just a slight, gentle dogleg from left to right. Slightly uphill tee shot and even slighter for the second shot. This is a fantastic birdie opportunity late in your round.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
This one could take a little bounce to the left. Well, that's right out of the top drawer. A great shot from our leader.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, right by the hole. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
They switched the finish here at Torrey Pines North. The 17th used to be a 4 and the 18th used to be a 5, but now it's a par 4, Rich.
This is one that players should feast on. There's plenty of room out to the right. The only miss you don't want to have is over to the left-hand side where the bunkers and canyons come into play. From there, you have an opening over on the right-hand side to get to the green. Again, the par 5s on this north course, you got to take an advantage of, and the 17th is no different.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Just 3 feet to the cup. Currently in first position. What a lovely position to be in. Holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Well, this should find the short grass.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
That doesn't look good, Rich. Bit too far right for my liking. Oh, they're dialed in. It's an absolute clinic.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
And they've got this left. Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
Well, what a memorable moment this is, Rich.
Players never forget their first ever PGA Tour win, nor will this player. Great job.
On behalf of Rich B.